HMS Antelope was the second Type 21 frigate. Her keel was laid down on the 23rd of March 1971 by Vosper Thornycroft in Southampton. Now, she would be commissioned on the 17th of July 1975 and be the only unit of the class to never be fitted with the Exocet anti-ship launchers. In 1977, she attended the Fleet Review for the Silver Jubilee of Queen Elizabeth II. At this time, she was part of the 7th Frigate. In 1980, she would take part in BOST, which is basically hell on Earth. You learn how to basically fight the ship in a wartime situation, which would probably come in handy in about 2 years' time, roughly. In 1981, she then do COST. Now, this was cut short by about 4 days, well, it was 4 days, where she basically had to go and deploy to the Far East, essentially. She was out there for a bit, then she would come back alongside, and they'd try and finish off a COST or a BOST because she didn't perform well in those first 4 days. And, well, she really wasn't up to scratch when it comes to, a war. Antelope would be doing BOST when Argentina invaded the Falklands, and as such, she was in her first week. And as war was declared, she couldn't be spared, and as such, she was sent to the Falklands with the rest of the fleet. She would then arrive in the area of operation on the 21st of May 1982. 2 days later, while on air defence duty at the entrance of San Carlos Water, protecting the beachhead which was established 2 days before, she came under attack by 4 Argentine A-4B Skyhawks of Grupo 5. The first pair attacked from astern, while the flight leader broke off his attack after one of the Antelope's Sea Cat missiles exploded under his port wing. The pilot of this aircraft was Pablo Cabaggio, the same pilot who would attack HMS Coventry about 3 days later. Now, he was managed to basically nurse his aircraft back to Rio Gallegos Air Force Base. The second aircraft on its flight pressed home its bomb run and put a 1,000-pound bomb in Antelope's starboard side, killing one crew member, who was Steward Mark R. Stevens. The bomb did not explode, and the Argentine aircraft was damaged by small arms fire. The second pair of Skyhawks attacked minutes later from the starboard quarter. Now, one of these jets was actually hit by the ship's 20mm Oerlikon cannon, but it then eventually hit the Antelope's main mast, which it bent, and he crashed into the sea. Now, it's also understood that the other jet would drop a 1,000-pound bomb into the ship's hull on the starboard side. Now, Antelope also fired a Sea Cat at what is believed a fifth attacker, but in reality it was actually Captain Cabaggio, who was still trying to establish if his aircraft was fit to fly. The missile missed but passed less than 10 metres away from Cabaggio's cockpit. Now, after initial damage control efforts, Antelope proceeded to more sheltered waters so that 2 bomb disposal technicians from the Royal Engineers could come on board to attempt to defuse the 2 unexploded bombs. One of the bombs was inaccessible due to the wreckage, and the other had been damaged, and it's thought it to be in particularly dangerous condition. 3 attempts by the bomb disposal team to withdraw the fuse basically failed, and as such, the 4th attempt used a small explosive charge and detonated the bomb, killing Staff Sergeant James Prescott instantly and severely injuring Warrant Officer Phillips, the other member of the bomb disposal team. He would survive because he was behind a bulkhead, but he would lose an arm, I do believe. However, Antelope would be ripped apart from the waterline to the funnel, with the blast starting major fires in both engine rooms, which spread very quickly. The starboard fire main was fractured, and the ship lost all electrical power. The commanding officer, Commander Nick Tobin, gave the order to abandon ship, with Tobin being the last person to leave the ship. About 5 minutes after his departure, the missile magazine began exploding. The explosions continued throughout the night, and the following day, Antelope was still afloat, but her keel had been broken and her superstructure melted into a heap of twisted metal. Antelope then broke in half and sank that day. TV and still pictures of Antelope's demise became the most iconic images of the Falklands War, and they appear repeatedly in histories on the event. Corporal Alan White received a commendation from the Task Force Commander, Admiral Sir John Fieldhouse, for his part in rescuing 41 crew of the Antelope using a Mark II LCVP, one of 4 carried on board HMS Fearless. The landing craft, which is Foxtrot 7, is now located in the Royal Marine Museum in Portsmouth, with detailed accounts of Corporal Alan White of the mission he took, in part, including the landings in San Carlos water. In January 2002, a diving team from the frigate HMS Montrose replaced the naval ensign on Antelope. The wreck is designated as prohibited area under the Falkland Islands Protection of Wrecks Act, and she is also a war grave. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so that's the end of that video. Hopefully you learned something new, because I most certainly did. Now, if you want to go and support the channel, there is a link in the description below to the Patreon page. I would recommend doing it, but it's up to you. Also, if you want to come and talk to me, there's a link in the description for the Discord channel. There's a couple of good guys over there. We talk about a wide variety of stuff. So yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Hit that notification button to stay up to date with what I'm uploading. And obviously give it a like, give it a subscribe if you really want to, and comments always good. I like reading your comments. So take care. Catch you next time.